This is the Herrscher of Origin, May's newest battle suit, coming with Finality in 6.4. Her leader's skill is Epiphany of Origin, where she gains elemental damage and some SP when for the team, and then Kiana will have extra SP. Passive is Temperance of the Empress, 5% lightning damage to self and enemies. The ultimate evasion, weapon skill, or switching ends instead of killing. Of Origin's also always in Fischl form. There's also Time Frozen Domain, which is triggered by evasion weapon skill on her signature weapon, or ultimate. So with her evasion be tapped. She can also gain a stack Twisted Origin. Her basic attack is Strike of Mana. There's a 4 sequence, and on the final sequence, during sequence 4 of her basic attack, her sheath animation prevents her from being interrupted, and she gains Iron Body State, which is 40% damage reduction. On her QTE, enemies hit by Kiana's combo attack will take extra lightning damage and take a stack Twisted Origin. Ultimate triggers Time Frozen Domain, causes all skill timers. This also time freezes everything, so even stage timer's frozen, and it's a bunch of slashes. And just like Kiana, she has Lemon of All in Farewell, so 100% of damage to a Nihilus Shell will be transferred to Nihilus Seed. Her combo attack and ultimate gain 20% elemental breach, so all three of the trio, including Kiana and Bronya, have some form of breach also. Just Kiana through a breach stacks that she gains, and Bronya on her ultimate, so I don't know how that works with May, since usually elemental breach overrides each other based on the highest value. Maybe it stacks with the trio, I'm not really sure, somebody's got to test that. So her combo can be triggered at 4th sequence basic attack or during the sheathing, and another Time Frozen domain can be triggered, and then she deals sequence attack that is 30% plus 10% plus 240% of lightning damage. It's actually pretty cool, and grants 1 stack of 3 Twisted Origin, and this is where Twisted Origin actually comes into play. At 3 stacks, you can do Malice Expunge, which is a series of lightning attacks, so 200% plus 200% plus 700% plus 70% times 5 attack of lightning damage. It does a lot of damage. Of course, she also gains more lightning damage by Inscription of Bygone Heroes. Of course, this is just a S0 May, probably actually worth going up to double S, because ultimate will deal 80% more lightning damage, and final slash will deal 200% E, lower evasion skill CD. May's ability is not really that great if you're running the trio. Even on her own, you'll have a lightning support that would still have a better leader cap. I think, maybe this won't stay in beta, but it just seems like this is completely invalid. And Kiana will gain up to 70% elemental damage when Kiana is the team leader. Total damage by 10%, and total damage that all enemies take from Kiana and Herrscher of Origin by 5.2%. Unrealistic unless you're a whale. Now, if we're going to look at her gear, this is the Domain of Unity, which is the pre-arm of Evil Limpidity. The important thing to note, and read through this, pretty long. The most important thing is Domain of Unity. It's a 10-second cooldown, no SP or cost for the weapon active. During the animation, it will block incoming attacks, and you can counter attack. It is a successful block triggers a time frozen domain that pauses all skills and stage timers and connects into a chain slash. It charges 1 stack of Twisted Origin for winged blades. So in the chain slash, there's a cooldown of 5 seconds, but like weapon skill has a cooldown of 10 seconds, so you should be able to keep on looping that. Keep in mind, enemies will take extra damage while they're in time frozen domain. So May has multiple ways of freezing time, but only for a brief second, compared to Kiana, who can just totally time freeze during her evasion. Stigmanas, so with Stigmanas, this is T, it's combo, basic attack, charge attack, skills, evasion skill CD is shortened. There's their set bonus for 2-piece, 3-piece. You can read through that. So that's the damage and combos. You look at M, more combo attack damage. Herrscher form, take less damage. But Herrscher of Origin's always in Herrscher form, so that's good. Reduced weapon active cooldown, huge, it's 40%. And then the B Stigmata for Raiden May. Time Frozen Domain restores SP, makes enemies take more damage, can stack. Pretty good. Kind of shows how gear dependent Herrscher of Origin is. What I want to do is compare Herrscher Thunder, Herrscher of Origin really quick. I'll keep Eden as a leader so we have a consistent leader, because Herrscher and Thunder and Herrscher of Origin have different team leader buffs, so it makes sense. I guess Elf Kiana decided to attack, but here's weapon active. Now I just triggered a combo attack. Not Let's trigger the weapon active, so there's the counter attack, which does about 30,000 DPS. We can do basic attacks, doing about 24,000. And we do her full combo, doing about 38,000. And then on ultimate, But here's ultimate. It's during time frozen domain. That was about 40,000 for evasion. Did about 50,000 damage. That was actually the highest amount of damage so far. So Herrscher Thunder's weapon active. 48,000. We'll do basic attacks, about 18,000, right? And then it goes up to 24,000. Okay. And then we'll use ultimate. Let's just see. It looks like we're doing about 38,000. So relatively the same to Herrscher of Origin. The Herrscher of Origin probably will do more with Kiana on her team or just in general in the trio. Now, one thing to note about Herrscher of Origin, there is a change that I forgot to mention. Joint bursting makes all enemies take 8.3% more total damage. When Herrscher Finality and Truth are on the team, casting Mouse Expunge makes the team deal 8.3% more total damage. This is important when you're talking about doing combos and a rotation in the trio, which I'll demonstrate later. And when Herrscher Finality and Herrscher Truth are on the team, ultimate is replaced by joint bursting. It has a 15-second cooldown. So that's something to note when using Herrscher of Origin, because that's how you trigger joint bursting in the trio. Now we're gonna do a Elysian roam run on Finality. Here are my buffs that are active at the moment. As low in time, I'll probably, instead of just putting it randomly throughout parts on a video like I usually do, I think I'll just fast forward, and I am low on time and I want to finish this before we get close to 6.4. But before I fast, I'll show off some of her attack. I'm going to start with a Ponya, and the ultimate could be good, but it's not as effective as like a combo attack build, so we probably want to run with something else. There's Lethal Strike, always our best bet. Blessing of Nature, Blessing of Expungement, which I'm probably going to do that so I can loop the weapon active. To show a few stages without fast forwarding though. The combo already does way more damage than for ultimate, unless you're double S. And it's about 43,000, but that's after I used an expungement. Now they're actually taking extra damage by 40%. And of course, this is already going horrible. In terms of the trio, Mei is the most underperforming in Elysian Realm. Herrscher Truth completely breaks Elysian Realm, so does Kiana if you're doing an ultimate build. Truth, you can do a minion build and totally, absolutely break Elysian Realm. I mean, damage numbers that not even a double S Herrscher humans I've seen do with Herrscher Truth. It's pretty ridiculous, but Mei is underperforming, maybe because I just didn't know what she did before the skill descriptions. Technically, I should have them attack me, but probably the way to go. Time Frozen Domain does make this a tiny bit easier. We'll increase our basic attack damage, so we want to Ponya too. Alright, so that's that combo attack, and that combo attack is very important. note that what I just did was I just stacked these 30 because we have Twisted Origin and Mouse Expunge. And of course, so now that combo attack, when we build it up, it's going to do just a crap ton of damage. It's also going to make them take additional damage, and then we have that damage reduction, so we shouldn't get one shot. And also reducing our weapon active, so we can keep on looping it. I realized that 3 times activates soccer screen renders all enemies static for 30 seconds. They lose HP equal to 40% damage received during rotation. I do wonder, because how much we time fracture, how that will interact. This is a horrible run so far, but out of all the runs I've done, this is the furthest I've gotten with May, because I tried doing ultimate builds. So this is the build I'm using. Because with the ultimate evasion, this actually was, I don't know if I was actually doing much. This is not the best build. I kind of messed up in the beginning. Probably, hopefully saw that. Weapon active is important. Look at this. So lethal smite and spongement and nature all work really good together. We're actually taking like significantly less damage, which is actually why I picked up Lost and Found. We sort of kept up the time fracture infinitely, which wasn't the best idea, but we still managed to essentially almost take no damage in that boss fight. You know, Griseo's just for the mixing of colors, since we're using weapon active ultimate and evasion, might as well. The ultimate is kind of nice too. Obviously, Eden would have been a good idea to have. I didn't need Blade, Raven Scar. I just took that in case I lost life, but you really don't need it if you're constantly time fracturing. Fight Vill-V. I usually fight Mobius, but Vill-V is also really easy. And I just want to see how this fight, how Origin actually works against Vill-V. Not too good, but it was pretty interesting. I really enjoyed that run actually. Reality was probably like 30 minutes because of the time fracture. Those last two bosses were so easy. Weapon active, and then when it told you to use evasion, you use evasion, and then combo attack and all that. Once you understand Herrscher Origin, you get over that skill curve. She's so easy to use. Her damage is a little lackluster, but the fact that she can just indefinitely time fracture is just insanity. Now we're gonna do Abyss. And in Abyss, two lightning enemies we could fight. Should be interesting. Let's make Eden our leader. No trio, just S0, Herrscher of Origin, signature gear. Alright, we're just gonna pretend that didn't happen. Really ineffective, honestly. Tried truth, I guess. Yeah, 4 minutes, 20 seconds. So far, outside the trio, they've been pretty insufficient. Same with Kiana. Fruit's the only one out of the trio that have found that's been, well, effective. It's a little weird. So let's try one more boss. It's gonna be an imaginary boss. It's Otto. That one sort of better. That combo is still not, and that number is still not amazing. But notice how we time froze Otto a lot, and then with Origin, we were capable of blocking his attacks because they can almost one-shot most Valkyries. At the end of the day, you have Truth, you have Origins, still fight an imaginary boss. I don't know about lightning bosses. Maybe it's just that Benares boss, fine, and Eden helps get that SP going, and then you have Handle that helps with ultimate damage. I think Elysian Realm's a great way to practice with Origin if you don't know how to use her. When you start to understand how to get those combos off, that weapon active timing on certain attacks, I would say Herrscher Origin's one of my favorite Valkyries now. He is actually incredibly powerful due to that weapon act. Her ultimate's cool and all, it doesn't do a lot of damage, but that weapon active and that combo, the expunge, we're gonna triple S all three Valkyries. And we're gonna try a triple S trio. Now, if you want to see S0 trio, I have it on the Finality video. But I figured out a rotation for these Valkyries. I didn't come up with it. Some other beta tester did. Combo is HTR weapon active, attack, mecha form, ult, then switch to Kiana, use her QTE, weapon active, then combo attack. That's when you like tear a hole in space and time, right? Then switch to Herrscher Origin, QTE, weapon active, attack, evade, attack, combo attack, ult, which would rotate you into Kiana, or use her weapon active, combo, and hold evade. I don't know where the ultimate comes into play, but I guess we use ult at the end of Kiana's chain and then rotate back to HTR things. So let's just test it out on triple S. These Valkyries can kill with full whale, complete and utter destruction. Let's get to it. I would like to note this. Does this look familiar? And now, triple S trio, we have 45% more elemental damage with Herrscher Finality, 45% more, so they're doing 90% more elemental damage. It probably could have been better. I did mess up the combo. Look how long that took. 1 minute, 29 seconds. This version of Benares, 4-6-4 with the trio, but now we have triple S trio. We start with Baronia. mediocre, but that worked much better. And that combo, if I didn't mess it up, I keep on messing it up. You're supposed to hold her evasion at the end of that entire combo. So Bronya, Kiana combo attack, right? If you're using Bronya ult and go into Origin, do her full thing, ult combos into Kiana, you do, right? Weapon active, combo attack, and then hold evade to time stop. So got 370. So I hope you guys have a good one. I stream on Twitch and YouTube, and I stream Honkai every week. I've been streaming more Genshin because we do some crazy builds on Genshin, and hopefully Star Rail when it comes out. So I'll catch you next time.